Yeah.
Alright, everybody, we've got a balance mod game from Test Your Metal November. Rasposo playing Mercia versus Nuru, being played by Sparky. And I don't actually remember what the Nuru changes were, but I remember Mercia's changes. Do you want to give a bit of context to the Mercia changes?
Okay, so like Psychoja was like Mercia is always gonna be bad. And at some point he's like, she's even gonna be bad if you put her to like the fastest possible charge, 50 and 50. And I'm like, I'm not sure about that. And he's like, bet. And I'm like, bet. And so that happened. She's at 50 and 50 charge, 50 for tier 1 and 50 for tier 2.
Yeah. I played her in a game. I won't really spoil it, but I mean, yeah, you can already see the early commander heal that doesn't cost any money. That's pretty good. Is that tier 1? It's actually more effective than the heal Nuru got, I think, because I don't think that was actually a entirely full heal.
Yeah, and it costs no money, and it basically costs no charge. You're gonna have it by the time it matters. That said, Sparky has opened better. And Segoya's point was that healing is just so bad and so easy to counter that even if the numbers are busted, if it's a good player versus good player, it shouldn't matter. Or at least it shouldn't matter more than, you know, the actual good Sions. Now, Nuru isn't exactly one of them.
Yeah, do you remember what changes Nuru got? Was it just charge?
I think she's just a bit faster. Not as much faster as Mercia is.
Yeah.
But then Nuru wasn't as bad as Mercia.
True. I mean, we actually even saw Nuru get some gameplay in the tournament and take a game, so she had some strats.
In the hands of Seikoya, though, so you know.
True.
Seikoya can make a lot of shows look good.
I think it was a very map specific setup as well, but
yeah, that's too.
Yeah, they're doing Sidewinder. I mean, Nuru had center, which, like you said, I think is like better overall opening wise, but Mercia was able to get a lot of distance from her groove because she didn't have to be tied to any like building or anything when she used it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, and she was also able to apply pressure to her corner. But she should have had that already. The problem is she opened wrong. She didn't open mage immediately on that side to go forward and cap. And then she opened knight a turn late. Usually you go knight first, then thief. She went thief, then knight. So it was a bit... She was able to easily claim a lot of area, but it was area that she should have had anyway. So that basically the opening diff, I think, more than neutralized what she got from the heal. So we didn't really get to see her like dominate the opening as is the question. Like the question with the whole 50 charges, like maybe she now dominates opening, and we didn't get an answer to that this game.
Well, I suppose we're just backing up a little bit. Yeah, he doesn't have quite the economy of his opponent, and he's struggling like a little bit, but there is this thing, and this was like a factor I noticed when facing Mercia, was just your opponent can put their army in positions where they can just take a lot of damage, but as long as nothing dies, they get ahead. And that's actually really frustrating to fight against. I know, like, optimally, people will try and take fights where they just pick off units entirely and you rarely leave something just damaged, but the strategy of how you play as the Mercia, when you can just full heal like basically every turn when there's major fights going on, means that you can just take a lot of like scrappy fights where neither of you are like killing a lot of units. Or
and again, it was basically the same thing last time, like before the changes, except there was a cost, right? Like you couldn't literally do it every turn, and it was bad. It wasn't good enough. And now it's like can it be good if you can literally do it every single turn? And, hopefully we're gonna find out. I want to see some big army engagements. And Mercia is a bit behind at this moment. Will her groove, being up every turn, be enough to turn that around?
Yeah, they're both just playing very defensively. I think Sparky was maybe hoping to get something with the Nuru groove, where maybe an early thief to knock down one of the barracks, or some kind of weird play. But we're in a very I almost want to say stally game. The fact that the second thief capture is all the way over on the right hand side and just kind of walked there, kind of says a lot about the state of this game. And maybe this is just a Sidewinder thing, or maybe it's just a matchup thing. It's hard to tell.
Well, the fact that it is stally with such an advantage is very telling. I think against most other COs with this advantage, Sparky would have been able to go in profitably, but he isn't, or at least he hasn't gone in thus far, meaning that he hasn't found a profitable attack against Mercia. Even though, he's up a golem and a dragon. I'm not sure exactly how much value he's up, but just with a quick glance at the board, it looks like he's up a bunch of value.
Yeah, I mean, he's held both central villages for pretty much the whole game.
And now he's also taking that other corner, and he's gonna keep it for a while, because it's gonna be hard for Mercia to rotate army there. Actually, it might not be that hard. I think Sparky could have positioned differently to make that rotation harder.
Okay, now he's just creating a very solid wall that would normally take lots of damage, because it's kind of hard to do a complete break on a wall like this, but in this case Rasposo is fine. If all of these units drop to 10, 20 health, he's completely okay with that.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Although if they get killed...
Mage comes in? Okay, interesting.
Oh, I thought we'd see an archer.
Is the play here just to kind of break through? Alright, we're seeing a lot of stuff going down. Balloon goes down. And this is the way you counterplay against Mercia. You just want to just constantly go for damage. Gets the one little bit of damage. I think that opens up the golem killing.
Yeah, that's known. Golem needs one. Oh, Mage is gonna snipe that witch. Nice.
Oh, that's a good kill.
Oh yeah, and you see the Mercia counterplay.
Yeah, just getting a lot of unit kills, and there's only one damaged unit left alive.
Oh, that's a great turn from Sparky. Yeah.
Okay, I don't quite know about that sword hit. That sword's probably fine either way, but alright, what can Rasposo do
if
here?
this was old Mercia, this is game.
Oh.
And it's still game. Yeah. If it was old Mercia, you never heal here because it's too low value, so you just resign. Here you probably kinda counterattack, and then after the counterattack you get some damage, and then you heal, and then you maybe hope, but there's not much to hope for still. I mean, that's one game for Koya, I guess.
Yeah.
For Koya's hypothesis, I mean. Koya isn't literally playing that game. Koya can win without even playing. But Sparky is the one who actually won.
Sparky is the one. I do think you're right, though. He definitely had, his opening definitely gave him more economy throughout the game. And I feel like he had opportunities to do stuff. He could have bullied Nuru even by just walking up and healing in front of her. And, abusing that, but...
Nuru had already healed, I think.
True, but you take the hit from Nuru and then you're just cool, I'm gonna heal again fairly soon. But
that also means you gotta walk back though. I think the real bullying is when you on a turn where you can you healed a few turns ago and now you're about to have groove again. And now you can, if this turn you can walk in front of the other CO, maybe smack them.
yeah.
Now that's when you can kind of bully.
Well, well played to Sparky. They take the game. I mean, we were talking about the balance mod and stuff there, but no, Sparky was just playing really well. So
Yeah, this was like opening diff. Well, if you opening diff your opponent, their CO doesn't matter much.
true. Yeah, very true.
Very big opening diff. Yep.